Hello, I'm doing a book review, and the book I want to review is Animal Farm by George Orwell. Now, Animal Farm was published in 1945, and it's basically a political satire, and it's kind of a fairy tale, basically. The book is set on a farm, and one thing that's interesting about the book is all the main characters in this book are actually animals. What happens is, basically the pigs lead a revolution against the humans. What happens is these animals are getting pissed off at how they're being mistreated on this farm, so the pigs lead a rebellion, and they basically overthrow the farmer, and what happens is the pigs end up becoming the leaders of this farm, which they name Animal Farm. Now, what happens is, the pigs set up, the animals set up their own list of rules, almost like a constitution, almost, but what happens is, it turns out that the other animals aren't very intelligent, and the pigs are very intelligent, and what happens is, throughout most of the book, the pigs end up, taking advantage of the fact that they are a lot smarter than a lot of the other animals on the farm. So throughout the book, they actually end up changing certain rules in that list of rules, in that sort of constitution almost. There's a rule that animals cannot drink, but the pigs end up changing it where the pigs can drink, but the other animals can't drink. And basically what the pigs do is, when they take over, they basically start bending the rules for themselves to benefit themselves, and eventually they start, making deals with the humans and stuff. In the book, the pigs are almost painted as, the villains of the book. But, Animal Farm I thought was a pretty good book. Before this, I read another one of George Orwell's books called 1984, and I actually kind of like this a little better than 1984. Now, 1984 was a great book, but the thing about 1984 is 1984 was one of the most depressing books I've ever read. Or at least to me, it was really depressing, but this book, it's not exactly what you would call a happy book, but what I mean is, it's not as, depressing as 1984 was. Also, it's a lot shorter than 1984. This is more of a novella. I read through this in a day, but, yeah, but this is a pretty good book, though. I definitely recommend it. So yeah, that's my review on Animal Farm by George Orwell, and bye.